The first article here is about the album Nevermind, and this is basically what it is the cover. There was a lawsuit against the band Nirvana over the cover for the album Nevermind. Now, if you guys don't know, that is a very famous music cover for both the vinyl and the CD of the baby swimming towards trying to catch a dollar bill in what's supposed to be the ocean, I think, in the cover, but it was according to the article, it was filmed on like a pool in like an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
You can see the reflection of the blue stripes at the bottom.
Okay, so it's a pool. I couldn't tell looking at it growing up.
Neither could I.
Is that the raw picture or is that the album cover?
Here's the thing. I don't remember it looking like this because when I saw it, and maybe this is just how my mind's changed of what's acceptable and stuff, but like this looks a lot different than what my mind had,
it's since been edited from what I understand, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
In today's current climate, it makes perfect sense. So this article says, and this is from ABC News, NBC News, NBC News. A judge dismissed a lawsuit against the rock band Nirvana over the iconic 1991 Nevermind album cover, which depicts a baby swimming naked in a pool. Spencer Eldon, 30, who was photographed in a Pasadena, California swimming pool at the age of 4 months, filed the federal lawsuit in August alleging child pornography. The photo was digitally altered to add a dollar bill on a fishhook to make it look as though he was trying to grab it. The U.S. District Judge Fernando M. Alguin dismissed the lawsuit Monday after Eldon missed the deadline of last Thursday to file opposition documents to the defendant's request to toss their suit. Online court documents say Eldon can file a second amended complaint attempting to cure to the extent he believes it's warranted by law the alleged defects outlined in the defendant's motion. So he has until January 13th to file, or the lawsuit will be dismissed without prejudice. Without prejudice means it can be refiled, I believe. I'm not a lawyer. The court documents state this. It says, Eldon's attorney alleged the original complaint that included money in the photo made the client appear, quote, like a sex worker. This is
absurd.
This is the world we live in today. Absurd is the best word for it.
Well, it's the same thing when they try to come at Eminem for that song with Rihanna. What is the song where like she's being like hit?
I don't know.
Oh, it's basically the song goes like.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it.
I forgot the name of it. I'll search it up.
Unimportant.
Yeah. It's off topic, but it's the same thing. Like people are attacking for old songs that were popular back then and kind of shaped us today.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I mean, it would be a stretch to say that like, yeah, we're gonna put this baby in a swimming pool and people will see this and think a 4-month-old sex worker. I don't think so.
I don't think so. It's to me it just seems like an attempt to get in the headlines. That's as being as charitable as possible.
Yeah.
Found it. It's called the
Love the Way You Lie.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Finally.
No, I remembered it. I was just giving you a hard time.
Oh.
I'm just being a dick today.
You're mean.
It's just one of those days.
Also, I thought
I'm in a bad mood.
Oof.
Not really.
Also, I thought I never heard a Nirvana song, but I searched up the album. Yeah, I know.
God, you're a zoomer.
I know one song.
Which one?
Smells Like Teenage
Spirit.
It's funny because like I know 2 songs.
How can you be the music?
I know. It wasn't my.
What's the other one? Please tell me it's at least something in the way.
Dude, honestly, I couldn't name the name of the song. Like obviously, I know who Nirvana is.
Okay.
And I've heard their songs. But it was a little before my time.
When you're done with this today, your homework is to go back to your office and listen to Nirvana's MTV Unplugged album, the video. There's live performances of it. That's your homework.
I'm actually curious. Like I genuinely would like to know how they sounded unplugged.
Yes, so, yeah. That is your homework for today.
I'll do it.
In fact, one might say that my constant wearing of cardigans is related to Kurt Cobain. Not really, but it was part of the style during grunge in the 90s. So
he's trying to bring back grunge in a cute way.
I'm absolutely not trying to do that.
In a cute way.
Hey, it's just coming back, and he's the first to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought you were the first to do it.
Well, me and Brett are kind of like on the same page with style.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, one wears really long shirts, and the other.
His shirts are a little longer than mine, but I'm still wearing tunics at this point.
Oh, true. yeah. If
So
you guys
is 4 months too old to be? Is that what makes it ridiculous? Like,
makes
like
it
if it was
ridiculous,
if it was like a preteen, it would make more sense.
Like, yeah, maybe a 13-year-old or something like
What do
that.
you mean
but a
too
4-month-old baby?
Like the claim is
I guess
outlandish.
It's possible, but like.
The claim is outlandish to me. And it says Eldon was seeking at least $150,000 from each of the defendants, surviving band members David Grohl, who Carter also did not know was in Nirvana before the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, well, I didn't, but I mean, I know who David Grohl is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's the thing. There's like the meme. It says, "What is that guy from the Foo Fighters doing playing with Nirvana?"
Oh no.
That's
Okay, well, that makes me feel better that I'm not the only one.
Yes. It says, and it's not like I'm a huge I know because I'm a little bit older than you. I believe,
Yeah.
So I'm closer to
These
that.
things
age.
I would have known having been in it 4 years more.
It's not like I've like listened to every album and have all their the pockets for the albums like framed or something. I just happen to know that stuff because Kurt Cobain is just is always been kind of a subject of fascination in America, given what transpired.
Exactly.
But it says, so Courtney Love, Kurt Cobain's widow, and the executive of estate, Guy Oseary, and Heather Perry, the manager of Cobain's estate, photographer Kirk Weddle. I'm guessing that's who took that photo of that, of the baby. Art director Robert Fisher, and a member. So all these people have been named in that lawsuit, and he was seeking $150K from
and
each
a
of
guy
them.
who wasn't even part of the band when this all happened.
Yeah.
Like, how do you sue that guy too?
Original Nirvana drummer Chad Channing, that's an amazing name, is also named as a defendant, even though Grohl had replaced him in 1990 before the album was recorded or cover photography was shot. Attorneys for the defendants declined to comment on Tuesday. Eldon will, on Tuesday, Lewis said Eldon will file a second amended complaint very soon. We are confident that Spencer will be allowed to move forward with the case, he said in a statement. The idea of the cover image the idea came for the cover image when Cobain saw a documentary about underwater births and thought the image would make a cool cover, Fisher told Entertainment Weekly. The vision was a bit too graphic, so we went with a swimming pool baby instead. So it's like, that's like almost like the definition of like artist, kind of closed off from the rest of the world.
Exactly.
Like he might not know, he doesn't really understand like why society would look at it negatively, because he's looking at it from the perspective of an artist who's trying to create and build something that stands taller than typical modern sensibilities, and even for the time. Yeah, and he compromised. Mm-hmm. So it is interesting that they would bring that like that in the part at the end of the lawsuit, which they bury. One of the things we talk about when we talk about, we're going to talk about other forms of this, about how the media manipulates you. This one's less so because the article's not really trying to sway you one way or the other, but they bury this in the very last paragraph of the article where it says Eldon is the baby. Mm-hmm. It says Eldon has repeatedly posed has repeatedly recreated the pose as a teenager, as an adult, while wearing swimming trunks to celebrate the album's 10th, 17th, 20th, and 25th anniversaries. However, in most of the interviews accompanying the photo shoots, he expressed mixed feelings about being famous because of the cover. So he had mixed feelings about it, just not enough to stop himself from redoing the cover.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad I read the whole article, because looking at this objectively, the dude ultimately missed the deadline to file a counter lawsuit against them. It's like, he must not have cared that much. Yep. If he delinquently missed the opportunity to counter their dismissal.
It just keeps his name in cycle. That's what they do sometimes.
Maybe he was just hoping for a quick out-of-pocket settlement. Like
it seems like he's grasping at straws
very badly. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was the big reason that I thought it was interesting was it really is feel weird that they waited to add the part at the bottom about how he recreated the pose, like 4 separate times, without kind of acknowledging that makes it a little weird to think that he would suddenly have a right to, or have a desire to claim that this is bad.
I think if they took this to court, they would probably lose.
I agree as well, especially since they would have had to have he was a minor and they would have had consent from the parents. They mentioned
Which
in the
didn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Isn't that nuts?
No, they did.
They said they didn't in there.
In this article. Yeah. Where? Did I miss that part?
All the way to the bottom. It said they paid $200.
Yeah.
But the parents didn't like. That's what his attorney is claiming.
Yeah.
So maybe that's not true.
Weddle calls up and was like, "Hey Rick, want to make $200 and throw your kid in the drink?" He said. I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Well, I'm shooting kids all this week. Why don't you meet me at the Roseville? Throw your kid in the drink." And we just had a big party at the pool, and no one had any idea what was going on. Okay, so they're claiming there was no releases signed.
Yeah.
Okay, there could be a case there.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think that the suit would. It would be his parents that would file the suit, right? Why didn't
Yes.
they? And the fact that he was willing to recreate the album cover makes it hard to believe
That's
him.
a big thing too, and it's like, what damages did this cause him that he can sue to make himself whole again?
So
what
he-
could they give him?
Yeah, so he recreated the pose, but then when they interviewed him regarding it, he has mixed feelings about it. Like that tells me it's like, maybe life hasn't been kind to him, or he's not doing that well, and like he does it because there's money in recreating the pose, but not necessarily that he's very wholeheartedly in it. I can understand that.
I can understand that too, and I was thinking that's his identity.
It's become who he is in a lot of ways, and that probably bugs him too.
Maybe that's what he has to do.
Yeah,
Well, I got this burden on me. I gotta keep using it.
Yep. So it's like he's like, it's there forever. Why not at least profit from it a little bit? I can understand that concept a bit.
Then what about the kids who got famous because they're a meme now?
Like the kid, like the ones who like the baby doing this pose, and that NFT got sold for like $1 gazillion.
Yeah. And then that girl that looks really crazy with her bug eyes.
Yep. There's a bunch of them. There's the one at the beach. I don't remember the one at the beach. Remember that one? The
baby that's like, I'm going to sleep here now.
Yeah. There's all sorts of, and all those memes have names. And like have their own names and their own.
There's like mini documentaries on all those too.
Yeah.
There is? Like what?
I don't know. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole like a year ago and just.
Can you remember what they were about? Like which memes they were talking about?
There was one with the smiling guy on a jet ski, and they used that a lot. There was the Bad Luck Brian guy.
I remember Bad Luck Brian.
There was the one who he just has this like, not sure what I think about this face, like.
Oh, that guy? Yeah.
Oh, the kid, yeah. No, the kid, right?
It was like a yearbook photo, but he's like 20, maybe?
Okay.
Well, then, you remember that article that I talked about, Caramel Dance?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically they did a documentary on that too, but then got shut down. So basically you can find it on YouTube if somebody's willing to talk
Explain
about
that one to Carter.
So do you know the song Caramel Dance?
No.
She says that like normal people knows
Caramel Dance.
She says that like normal people know what that is.
You remember like the 3 anime girls who are like dancing, they do this and like swing their
Nothing with anime, I don't remember.
Well,
it's
it's made from Swedish people. It's made from a Swedish pop band.
It's made from Swedish people, she says.
Made in Sweden.
The recipe calls for Swedish people.
Sorry.
Swedish fish, to be
Swedish
exact.
fish, yeah. They're like really fishy.
Explain that one to Carter.
So basically the song, it reminds a lot of people of DDR. You can still find it on YouTube. The original video, it's under the, Caramel Dance, like whatever country they have. There's the Swedish one, the US English one, and then the Japanese one.
But the idea is that it's a meme.
It's a meme.
It's a meme, and memes transcend popular culture, and they become their own thing entirely. You forget that the kid in those photos, or the person in that picture, that's a human being who like has a life and is more than just what they are in that picture.
Yeah.
But because memes are so powerful, what's that? The meme magic.
The meme magic.
That's like a real term.
Really?
That's a term people use. Meme
No
like
way. Isn't it?
memetics is a very powerful way of conveying information.
Right.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.